So like now I have to go wait even longer before I can go look at that car. Which is flippin' annoying because now tomorrow we might be going into a higher level lockdown again because of the numbers rising so badly here.
Oh, damn it.
Not as bad so now, not as bad as level 5 where everything was like closed. It's gonna be like they basically do a mixture of level 3 and level 4.
Right.
And so now the owners of the dealership, because now they've got different dealerships all over the country, they're like, okay, cool. Of course the one here, with the one car I want, they only want to reopen after everything starts to settle again.
Right.
Now the thing that now they're still doing business as well, in terms of buying it off their websites and stuff. But of course, the dealership here doesn't run off the website.
Right.
So I don't even know how long I'm gonna have to wait before I can go see it, which is annoying as hell. I've already got an exhaust ready and everything, so if I get it, I can order the exhaust.
Have you heard from Dr. this evening?
No. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, it was so bad today, like, it was the worst I've heard before.
Like, if I feel worse, I'll go and talk to someone. It's like, dude, don't wait till it gets worse.
But that's stuck for you. Also the same as me. Like, I can't really say anything the same as me. My mom's like, okay, it was a couple of years ago. I'm not feeling well. I'm like, okay, cool. Go to the doctor. No, I'm fine. Gets worse. About 2 weeks later, my mom's still like, go to the doctor. I'm like, no, Mom. Okay, fine, cool. No football till you go to the doctor. Okay, fine. Go to the doctor. It's already turned into full-on bronchitis. I'm like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like doctors. I don't like needles.
Yeah.
Tattoos, fine. Put the needle completely inside my arm. Fuck off.
Oh, cry me a river. Do you want your lollipop now?
No, it's because with my aunt they had to draw blood, and they actually popped the vein or something because the dude did it wrong, and it the needle kind of went in skew, and they damaged the one vein in her arm. And ever since that day, I'm like, fuck that.
Do you really want to know what goes on?
No.
Because I can tell you some stories.
No, dude, no. I've heard plenty of stories from my stepmom that I'm never gonna get out of my head, and I don't want any more. That's the problem with being related down to a fucking trauma manager of the entire country. Yes.
I'm almost done on this load.
It's like
I'm going to switch to DCS if you don't mind. I'm going to switch to DCS.
That's fine.
Like, there's this one dude. I think they even made a documentary about him. Or he was on one of the SA shows here. He worked at a mine, and they've got these weird. I don't know if they've got it by the mines, but usually it's like these sort of, I don't know how I'd say, maybe 3 meter long poles, and they're a bit sharp. But they're thin sort of poles. I don't know what they actually use them for. But they were climbing up, and there was a tremor or something from blasting on the other side of the sides. And he lost his balance and fell. And basically, it went up entered through his groin and exited through his shoulder. And he survived. Like I'm like, And then we busy looking at the photos and everything. I'm like, why are you showing us this? Like, why? I don't care that we've got the world's first human kebab, but
Oh, don't worry,
Yeah.
kebabbing has been going on a lot longer than that.
I'm glad it hasn't happened to me. And now every time I go up a ladder, I look. We don't even own a pole like that, but every time I go up, I look for a pole just to be safe.
Yeah. No.
So that guy actually died of natural causes, didn't he? Because it's actually perfectly natural to die when a pole is shoved right through your body.
Yeah.
Well, he's still walking around. He's actually met the dude.
Oh, sorry, he
died
survived,
of
didn't he?
unnatural causes.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot he survived. Otherwise, my story might have made some sense.
The worst part, he's like, do you want to see the scar? I'm like, no, I do not want to see the scar.
Oh. Okay.
It's like,
I need to.
Anyone in the way that I need to avoid on takeoff?
no, you're good. I've just finished getting started up, so you're
Super.
clear.
I looked a little bit into the unit respawning. Apparently, DCS in their infinite wisdom made it so that it's impossible through the scripting, through like the inbuilt triggers, to respawn the same unit more than once.
Right. Interesting.
Kind of real, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plane sticks itself in the ground, it can't really respawn, can it? So I suppose in that sense it's right. It's just painful. It's
No,
just a
but at the
nuisance.
same time, they haven't given the mission editor the power to say, okay, this unit is no longer a thing.
Oh, replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fine if they could replace it.
So instead, I've got to do it through dynamic scripting, which is a little bit more hands-on.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I was hoping I'd be able to just tweak it and throw it in, but no.
To me, dynamic scripting is just moving a pen across a piece of paper.
Am I going to get booted? No, not okay.
When you think about it, Undead, when you think about it, I taught this guy how to make his name to come up in different colours using
This is
BASIC. Now I don't understand half what he says. Well, when he's talking about coding, that is. Okay, I'm going to concentrate and take off.
So, Lex, this thing that you made, or sorry, how did you get it to paint? Because I still can't get it to paint.
So,
Because I tried a different binding. I tried everything. Even with the oh, what the fuck's it called? Even with the like changing the key bindings on it and shit like that on the build planner, it's still not working.
I've also noticed we haven't got any oxygen in this ship, so I might have to drink some of this.
I don't know how many bottles of oxygen you had, but I filched the 2 that were in your cockpit.
Noticed. Just try and find any else.
Yeah, so each thruster takes 960 thruster components. So basically 12,000, almost 12,000 thruster components, just for the vertical thrusters. Oh, another thing. How, like, you have a total weight on your display, right? For when you're getting close to your weight or whatever.
Yeah. It's about 93,000 kilos.
So, here's my question for you. How do you get that to work? Because I mean, I sat there and I tried to get it for my cockpit, and it's not. I don't know if I'm missing something or what.
It should be just on the why can I not stop?
Are you heavy?
Yeah,
I hope
it is fair.
Is your retro thrusters burning? Please tell me your retro thrusters are burning.
No, it was I was using RCS to try and stop. I hadn't fully maneuvered.
Okay.
Yeah, so what was the question? Oh yeah, so bottom right of the screen, you should see the weight of your ship.
I don't.
Do you
I
see
do.
anything? Yeah.
Oh, I do actually see that. Yeah, okay. So, above where the tools are, for the key bindings, what is that line there? Usually that's like, shows your backpack. Weight of your backpack.
So hang on, what side of the screen?
So underneath, so center of your screen,
Yeah.
right? In your, center of the screen, above your key bindings for, turning your engines on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
So that's your backpack.
above that, that's a backpack, okay.
The radio does seem to be lagging a little bit because it doesn't really seem to be going up. It's
So I put spotlights in here so that way I can see what the hell I'm doing when the sun disappears. So how do you build the hinges? I tried to, and also
really awkward.
Yeah, and also try to control it. I mean, I've been trying to get that hinge to come back down, but it ain't coming back down.
Yeah, so that hinge is going to be. I just need to locate the bases.
Actually, here's a question for you. You did a blueprint to that welder before I decided to do something to it.
Yes. Oh my word! Where did?
What? My lord, Lax.
How did that come from?
It's been there the entire time.
It wasn't there when I was flying towards it rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit of a slow render.
Yeah.
Wasn't nice over there. I think we should get rid of this one. It's got a lot of ice.
Mark it and share it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of it's very bitty. That's the problem.
That's fine. I'll get the triple head on it.
That's it. Nice. Fe and nickel.
I was just thinking if we can also maybe figure out how to get a welder, like a pencil welder. So something that's not as big as...
Oh, that's easy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just take the drill off the front of it.
No, I want something that's going to be a little smaller than yours.
Ow. I get that. Alright, yeah, that should be fairly easy. So I reckon we should be able to do that reasonably quickly at some point.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking about telescopic docking collars and maybe telescopic welders.
Yeah.
Well, things are starting to get a little crowded in here, and to run back and forth for 930 or 60 per.
Oh, I was thinking of one conveyor to the ship. And we can just make a temporary collar and just link it up to the inventory system.
Oh yeah, but I mean later on in the future, when we like what I want to do in that is I want to take your ship and we go mine a bunch of platinum, or we get stuff up here and then send it back down to the Earth base.
Okay.
Is it still there?
Oh yeah, it's still
Okay. No meteors taking it out.
well. Rest of it, not much. Oh god, why is it? The ship turn, and then you get halfway through the turn, and then it goes, actually no, I'm not gonna have
See, yeah. So I found with yaw and with roll, you kind of have to be moving. Like the RCS thrusters don't do shit unless you're moving itself. But I've gotten to a point now where I'm using I'm using mine without my inertial dampers, and especially with the quarter cube, because with the dampers on I can't get it to dock. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out myself.
I'm down by at least one thruster. I'm down by 2 thrusters actually, because they're incomplete. Yeah, there's 2 thrusters that aren't complete on this.
Ah. That you also use hydrogen, which is way too fucking powerful.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to turn them down, is there?
definitely need to make the ship bathtub docked rather than attached to the base, because it's altering the area of it.
Well, what? Hold on a second. Say it again. I apologize. I am literally just used to the wind.
No man, it's all good. The rather than having the bathtub attached to the base through blocks, it might be worth looking at attaching, running a conveyor out to a point on the ship, and then putting in a temporary docking room and connecting it to the base rather than being attached to the base, if you know what I mean, or part of the base. Because it's changing the area of the base, and I don't know if that's going to, if that has a...
For my viewer, by the way, I can now speak on the stream without going silly places.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
I'll think about doing that tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have my daughter show up there tomorrow, so
Yeah, sure.
she'll be hopefully she's gonna. Actually, I should tell her to install Space Invaders tonight.
You got just shy of 50,000 for that.
Thank you. God, that stupid fucking cobalt, I swear to God, is like the bane of my existence. I actually took some and tried the refinery in the thing. Oh, which reminds me. Before you log off quick, if you don't mind, just double check to see if you can access, if I've laid out the refineries proper. I should have realized, or yeah, because I can access the one, but I can't access the other through the other one, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I've joined them up proper.
Okay, which refineries?
One second. They're so if you fly through the hangar on the left side.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
You'll see the actual attachments. So there's two there, and then there's skip one section, and then you have 2 or 3 there. I believe it's 2.
See what I'm looking at, you know. Okay, so refinery.
Yeah, so you can access the door right now through the like where the engine, where the nose cone is. At the bottom of the ship. So I did before, so I may have nosed that up too. Because I put the bloody thing there.
So, that's what you're saying, you can't, so you can't get access to refinery.
7.
With the rest of them.
I don't know if I thought I hooked it up proper, but.
large cargo containers that are greyed out,
Right.
but I can't see any refineries. I am idiot. Right, for refinery 6. Okay, now see. I don't know why I'm not seeing on the other side, but refinery 6.
Because I could have swore I matched up the doors proper. If not, I'm gonna have to break that conveyor and just, I guess, put a.
No. Refinery 6, refinery 7.
Alright.
Yeah, you can switch, but you can drop between refinery 6 and 7, 5 and 7. Refinery 4 is also connected to 5.
You lost me.
I think. Show on HUD. Okay, that's not showing on HUD. Why is there an option to show on HUD if it doesn't work? I'll rename them just to make so LL 11X top and then ref 6 refinery 6.
Okay. Now on the upper, on the, I'm gonna be putting the retrograde thrusters, retrograde verticals. I'm actually gonna put the nose cone up higher so it looks like the dots on the Lego, the mail on the Lego. Yeah. And I still have to find a spot. I think I have an idea for the where I'm gonna put the oh, for the love of God, where I'm gonna put the reactors, because I'm assuming that we're gonna have about 2 or 3 reactors for this. Yeah, you go ahead. Do your thing.
Well, that is an immense amount of workshop. That's crazy.
Hey, what's up? 2 raid.
Well, I had to stay low.
Hello, Balance. Hold on. This is not War Thunder, by the way, it's DCS.
Because of the fact that the stuff was processing, right? So I figured out what the hell I'm logged in. Might as well.
I've got to concentrate, hold on.
Now, are you talking about putting glass down?
No, I was thinking of, because one thing we need to bear in mind is where the engines are. We've got to seal them in
How's the matches
so
going?
they're airtight.
Hold on.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Which all it means is going to be putting a couple of angle blocks, really, at the base of the ion engine area.
Right. Now this is where
Okay, now I can talk. I'm going to deafen myself, hold on.
That type of stuff, that's why, you know, that's your job. I'm just sitting here laying this shit out.
Right, that just makes it easy for me to speak. Are you still there? What is it? Hang on, I'm seeing 2 people there, Balance and Zatalia. Is there any of either of those 2 still there?
Oh yeah.
Hey, balance. That's good. Jolly good.
Here as well.
Oh, and for
Jerry
Felitus.
here for a moment, but it's dinner time, so he'll be lurking.
Oh, okay, dinner time. So that puts you in the
Hope
States,
have
I
a great
guess.
Stream.
Okay, so yeah, I hope so. Yeah, now that everything's working okay.
Enjoy while our food's ate.
Food's 8. Why your food's 8? Food's hot? Okay, I'm just gonna get this plane reloaded.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, so rearming and refueling shouldn't take very long, so I can take off again very soon. I'm quite happy with that landing, I think. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I'm still pretty much in the centre, reasonably straight. With the Spitfire, you're not landed when your wheels touch down. Because, as a lady once said who used to fly these around during the war, the Spitfire is a lady in the air, but she's a bitch on the ground, and she sure is, because when your wheels touch when you land, that's when the work starts. Trying to keep it straight and not flap about all over the place and drop wings down. You notice my flaps are still down, so I'm going to put them up. Okay, well I think I'm
Rearming complete.
ready to go. So I'll reset my nose down trim to give me about 1/3 of a degree nose down. Okay, and I think that's pretty much okay. Flaps are up, nose down is good. Right, so to take off, I'm going to pull the stick back fully, give full right aileron, throttle up, dance on the pedals, gradually letting the stick forward, and then eventually I'll take off, get my gear up, adjust my trim, so it gives 1 division of nose up on the nose up down gauge there. I'll then set my revs using my prop pitch lever, this one. I will set my revs to 2700. I can then close my canopy and go and find something else to shoot up. Here we go. I must take my brake off first, or I'm going to nose over. Gears going up. Trim's adjusted, now I'll do my prop pitch. And close my canopy. I'm not sure how much there is to shoot up at the moment. I think this mission possibly needs to be restarted now. So we get some targets come back. I'll look at the mapping in there, but I'll just level off a bit. Possibly trim it out so that it flies itself for a minute. And we'll look at the map. Maybe I'll go to Nullchick and have a go at these aircraft on the ground. And I've lost the mapping because that lever on my stick there used to give me a quick look at the map, so I need to remap that. So who's still there? Who's still with me on the stream? Do you want to give me a hi or me or something like that, just to let me know who's still there?
HS cheers.
Hello Balance, okay, jolly good. Oh yeah, cheers. Maybe I will. Maybe I will get myself one. Right, I'm going to undeafen myself on Discord and just see what the other guys are doing. I know that they're also talking about another game.
War Thunder, EC2.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, dude, he's like way the fuck up there on the leaderboard. I'm like, holy shit.
So, just looking at, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. One bullet was looking through, and guys is like, "Do you recognize any of these names?" I went, "Oh, there's McStuve, and there's McStuve and Kenzed." And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Holy fuck! There's Bill. He's at 248. What the fuck?"
There was a time when that was a couple of years ago. Before, yeah, a couple of years ago. So
Before you.
yeah, Bill he's come off of server death or whatever it is. She was somewhat surprised to see you high on the leaderboard for War Thunder. I was saying that at one point you were, was it top 10 that you managed to get?
Top 3. I got number 3 at one point.
Oh, right.
Jesus. I mean, like, I'm not saying that, you know, like, it's unbelievable, but what I mean is that it just, I never would have thought.
Well, the thing is, Sheep, it's not necessarily a case of being great, it's a case of doing it a lot And if you give enough monkeys, enough typewriters, and enough time, they will eventually bash out the entire works of Shakespeare just by accident. I think that's probably only all that got me at number 3.
All I'm going to say is, if you get there again, remember us, please.
I'm not sure how that helps.
Yeah, I don't want you to remember me. Don't remember me. Don't remember me. Don't remember me. Yeah, I'll sit there and I'll just fly in the clouds. Mind my own business.
I'm on my way to Nalchik, by the way. I'm just going to beat up some aircraft on the ground, I think, if I can.
Okay. I was saying that I can do a server restart at some point if you want.
Yeah. Well, whenever you like, really. But I mean, I'll just carry on going to Nalchik if it doesn't happen before then. That's fine.
Oh no, let you do what you do.
Okay, Lax is still yellow.
Still yellow. That's not so bad because I realised afterwards that the other end of it isn't connected.
I'm going to deafen briefly again.
Yeah, the other side's not attached to anything. Yes, you're right.
Right, so that should be Nalchik in front of us now. And there should be a couple of aircraft on the ground. Just to explain, I'm using track IR, this Warthog and throttle and stick, and I have pedals under the desk. Next, I was talking about restarting the server, so that means that all the targets will come back. I won't have to fly very far to find one. Okay, so not colour. Actually, it's working now. My button is working. Oh, the reason it wasn't before was because I was talking. There are certain things that I can't do whilst I'm talking on the stream because my push to talk uses the control button as part of its push to talk signal, and that means that certain things whilst you're talking you can't do. Like I can't do certain things in cockpit, click switches and stuff. It won't take any notice, so I have to stop. I have to shut up for a minute just while I do that. It's like just then I wanted to go to the map and I couldn't because I was talking. Okay, so there's the lake. Okay, targets acquired. Oh, that message should have gone to both streams, I think. I didn't intend it to, but because of the button that I pressed, I think it went to my stream and to Laxor's. Laxor streams on Twitch. He does various other games as well. I just boringly only do flying games. In fact, this is not a game, of course. This is DCS. It's a flight sim, not just a game. Because if you can start this split up and fly it, you can do the same in real life, because that's how accurate they are. Let's beat up these aircraft. I've left the red dots on, I don't normally. It might not be an aircraft. It might be an anti-aircraft. There's the planes. Okay, I'll do a run along that tarmac, see what I can get out of that without hitting that lamppost or whatever it is at the end. Didn't do much damage. Oops, that was to both streams as well, I think. See if I can do something on this next run. And yeah, there's a lot of wiggly movement. I'm moving the aircraft and I'm moving my head for the head tracking, and it can be uncomfortable and a little bit jerky. Oh, I've still only got one. I'll go along further and take a longer run at it so I can line up better. Well, clearly I'm hitting them, but it's not doing much, is it? Perhaps I'll just go for one, rather than trying to strafe all of them. This is a Spitfire Mark 9, of course, for the uninitiated, anyone that's not aware. Spitfire Mark 9, to my mind, for me, it's the most beautiful and it's powerful. It's the top of the tree for me. Still not in flames, that's crazy. How much does it take? surprised I didn't hit the ground then. Well, that one did at least smoke a bit, but look, it goes away. Apologies if I'm stamping on both streams, I'll be careful of my buttons. And just to explain to people on my stream, Lexor and I, we both stream and we each have 3 different push to talk buttons. So there's one that we can talk privately to each other in case we're not talking about the game. Another one where we talk to our own stream, as I'm doing now, just my own stream, just yourselves. And another push to talk puts me onto both of our streams. So I talk across both our streams, which is useful when we're flying together because both streams know what we're both doing when we're flying together. Oh well, I got it, but in the wrong way. I'll undeafen myself and talk to Alexa.
Okay.
And then anyone that means business can go further out.
I just crashed, so I don't. I won't be affected by a restart. Don't
Okay.
restart it just for me. Not if someone else is. If Undead is still doing stuff, that's fine. Guess Sheep is doing spacey stuff, is it? I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm doing Space Engineers. We got a lot of resources I gotta mine, or I gotta not mine, but well, that too, but process, and it doesn't process while nobody's on the server. So
I don't have a dummy account. Actually, I could log. If I could get Space Engineers to work on my other machine, I could log in one of the ground crew's accounts.
oh
So
no,
I bought the game for them because they
Oh, did
actually
you?
really enjoyed playing it. Yeah, they were playing it on like sharing the keyboard and mouse between them. So one of them was wandering around, the other one was cutting up the landscape with a drill and whatever else. So they were enjoying doing it. It was just very awkward for them to share the same machine. So
right.
The Grand
Of
Crew are
course,
5
it's like,
years old.
Yeah, my turn.
yeah, pretty much.
Ish.
Yeah.
So I got it. I bought it for him, but for them both. Sorry, but I can't get it to work properly on Linux. So I need to review some stuff that Duck did on his box to get it working. And it might work for me as well. Oh no, where did that go?
Am I the only one on the server at the moment, or about to fly, or what? I'm not seeing Undead anywhere.
Yeah, I'm off for now.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to start it, that's fine.
Yeah, I just put a load of. Where the hell have they gone?
When Lexor restarts it,
Could
I
you
can do a
add
strafing run,
Enemy plane for me as well.
nice and close to the
Monster.
runway. It's a 109, isn't there?
Or it's an enemy plane that I want to use for us. We'll call it captured.
Oh, you want to use it on our side? Okay.
Yeah, the SU-33. I've still got a trial for that one, so I want to.
All right.
Get a bit of use for
if I
us.
could get these damn things to stick to the runway, because I attempted to just put these onto nail check, but no. Oh, stop it! It's a turning point.
So what are you doing? You're actually putting aircraft on there now, for
Yeah,
Undead.
Undead and Scotsons.
Okay, but on our side.
One for Undead is our side, Scotsons is red.
Oh, I have to watch out for him then, won't I?
Oh, no, there's already a load of stuff on red anyway, it's just we tend not to engage in PvP.
Yeah.
Unless Warhawks, yeah. then
Then we can all go and shoot him down.
yes, or kind of.
How long do you reckon before you'll restart?
Oh, hang on a minute.
The way this is going tomorrow will be the restart.
Well, the server keeps doing stupid stuff. It keeps throwing the aircraft on a completely different airfield. Does it just put them back over here? Yeah, it is. How do you feel about taking off from Minerlane Vody, Scopsons? I'll give you something different to do.
Scopson's there. He's not on the server, is he? He's not on Discord, no.
No, he's on my channel at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pour
just-
myself
yeah.
a beer.
Okay. Yeah, Scopson, they'll be up Minerlane Vody. So, and yes, can you name the unit something reasonable? I do name the unit something reasonable. Cheeky bastard. Right, so it's going to be Min from Minerlane. Min F60.
Alexa's just sorting a few aircraft out to put on the map for people that have asked him to do that, and then he'll restart the map. We can get in some fresh targets.
Right,
So-
is there anything that I want to do?
Looks like
try
I've got
and do
4
very
viewers at the
briefly
moment.
before-
Do you want to introduce yourselves?
That's the engagement range of those.
Alright, gentlemen, I'm going to go make myself some dinner and that, and I'll be back later.
Right.
Copy that. Enjoy, sheep.
Thank you.
I don't think there's anything else that we want.
Just the S33 or the SU33.
Ah, sorry. Yeah,
At
it's just
Mosdoc.
I don't think there's space at Mosdoc, but I can put it. Oh yes, there is space for one.
That's perfect.
Uh,
Sold.
that in there. Take off.
Do I have to leave the server select role screen for you to do this or not?
It'll probably kick you out.
Okay. Wait for that then.
Okay. And it was what? Sorry, I did again. SU31.
33.
SU33. I've got to find a country that's got it.
So I just made the mistake of
Oh, lovely.
asking people to introduce themselves, and the number 4 person that was there disappeared.
That you can't get.
That's quite
Restricted
normal, I
to
think.
Russia. SU got an SU25.
Or SU. Actually, I don't know. I'd like to have the SU33, but even the
allied-
SU20.
what
Wait,
allied
Georgia
nations?
might have. Georgia might have it. I'm assuming. But I really don't know.
SU25.
Actually, I can Google it.
Germany.
DCS.
Germany has quite a number. SU17.
Just to explain,
Right.
hang on. I'm going to deafen myself again briefly.
Okay.
Just to explain that, although my stream quite likely, it depends on where you're coming from, but it might be shown as War Thunder. In fact, it's War Thunder, DCS, and FS2020. FS2020 is pretty hungry, and it has crashed my machine a couple of times, so I'm not tending to go in that much now, but I'm looking to get a new graphics card, which will be, I think it's referred to as a massive improvement. So once I've got that, but that might be a couple of months, then I'll be able to get into FS2020 again. I have the Spitfire in FS2020, and the sound of that Spit is perfect. It's all taken from recordings, and it is a Spitfire sound. You get outside and it's just beautiful. But as I say, I haven't been into that for a little while. I might give it a try again, because I have also found an issue with my streaming software that I use is called OBS, and last night I was getting certain issues, and I decided to, like, OBS wasn't shutting down, which made me think that I probably needed to uninstall and reinstall, which I did, and since then it seems to have been stable. Just as a minor diversion, Scopsins, how does your name come about? Oh, I'm seeing a green circle round your name, but we ain't getting nothing from you.
The waypoint.
Name your
I just
unit
realised
facts
I was
start
muted.
now.
Shut up.
Start
So I couldn't
now,
talk
just
to them
name
and
it.
they couldn't talk to me.
Name it the Flanker Squadron or name it Undead Flanker.
Thought it was quiet.
I'll
Alpha,
move
where
my
are they?
foot across your face in a second.
That's kind of suspect, so I don't know what to say about that. Didn't know you swung that way, buddy.
How's it going?
Yeah, almost there. I think actually that's good to go. Just double check that one. F16 and the boats. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. I'll save.
But
Right, so we're
F16's at
going in
Nalchik.
soon.
It's closer to Nalchik.
For some reason, they will not stick to the Nalchik runway. As soon as I try
Nalchik
to
runway
set,
full
it,
with BF1 and 9K
not according
force.
to the map. Not according to the map. That's the weird thing. I'll have a look at that another time.
Much Warden. I don't know fucking great Warden.
It's gonna be
He's no.
team viewer.
So it should kick me out
Gone.
soon when Laxor restarts it, and then I will come in
Like-
here again and reselect an
Loser, not
aircraft.
fraud. Yeah.
Come on. Let me in. Thank you. Stop it. Right, stop it.
Hey, let's reset. Okay.
Pretty sure I just clicked stop, but there you
It looks like it's reorganising itself, so we should see the server again soon.
go. Potentially. Give me 1 second. It's not actually running at the moment.
Oh, okay. It all sort of reset itself in some way. Oh, it kicked me out of the select role screen.
Yeah. Right. It's restarting. Okay. It should be visible.
I'll do a reset.
Oops.
Okay, so everyone's
Yep,
disappeared.
that's all.
Who's still
Ready for
there?
connection.
Who's still on Bill's stream?
Apart from I haven't loaded. Trick out.
Does that mean we can't go into it yet?
No, it doesn't affect you lot.
Oh, okay.
The servers are good to go.
So who's still with me? Is it Balance or Zetalia?
As long as Undead can connect, that should be fine.
That went in nice and quick. I'm not all skeletal.
Right. Because I forgot to double check the map. So as long as Undead and Scopsons can get in, that should be fine. So no, they don't have Normandy, because I made a mistake on one of the units the other day. And I accidentally put in one from the World War II asset pack, which of course is a required component. Then you have to have it in order to be able to connect to the server, so Nils can connect. I don't think there should be anything on there from World War II. It's only if I've accidentally used the wrong unit type. So now, sort of not knowing my military history, I'll put one on there because it looks good, but then it's I find it from World War II. Right, I'm going to take a quick comfort break and I'll be back.
Copy that. So that's me, the YF. Okay, magnetos are on. Starter and booster are uncovered. Put the fuel pump on, you might hear it. It's very quiet. And open the fuel cock. And prime it. And start.
Come cure me. What happened to all the contract flags for?
He's AFK.
Bitch. There's no contracts anymore, and I had like 13 active ones, so it's quite strange. Iron Sheep, are you on this right now?
Yeah, he's gone as well.
Iron Sheep never leaves. He's just constantly in this Discord. Maybe it doesn't count from this station. Maybe that's it. I'll go to the other station. I'll get on DCS.
Okay, taxi to runway. Okay, take off and go for some units over in that direction, the sort of southwest of the airfield. Oh, that's better. I've turned off the markers. The tanks on the bridge are firing at me. That's the green tracers coming up.
Hi.
Hello, Jamie Curtis. I don't recognise the name. Have I spoken to you before? Have you watched my stream before?
Is my microphone working?
It is.
Why is it not working now? It's okay. It's time to track. There's nothing else. Centre track. Okay, that's better.
I guess Jamie Curtis came in and said hi and went out again.
No, I'm new.
Okay, there's a bit of a delay there, but that's probably the stream that's causing that delay. Okay, Jamie, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. This is not War Thunder, as it might show on my title. This is DCS, and it's actually a proper flight simulator. It's not just a game. So it's if you can fly in this, you can fly in a real aircraft. That's how real it is. This is a Spitfire LF Mark 9. So Jamie, do you fly in War Thunder or DCS or anything else?
Any chance you can fly over Ireland?
Not in this. In FS2020, yeah. That's Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, I could do that, but I can't do it in this because the maps don't cover Ireland, unfortunately. And even if they did, it wouldn't be realistic. Even in FS2020, it can be very unrealistic. Some of it is totally real because it's taken from Google, but that's only like cities will be very real. You can when you fly over cities that have been set up from Google, it's exactly what you would see if you went to Google Earth or Google Streets and looked down. They are satellite images,
Do you hear me?
3D.
Yep.
Is the big winker back?
Talking about me.
Who else would it be?
I'll go for the tankers on the road now. If I run out of ammo, I have to land.
A fucking station.
And that's just to show you the Spit LF Mark 9. Beautiful, beautiful aircraft. So when I can run FS2020, then yeah, I can fly over Ireland. But at the moment, FS2020 gives issues. I'm looking at a new graphics card which should solve that. So Jamie, yeah, do you fly War Thunder or DCS or anything? Do you fly? Or do you just like to watch?
Do you fly a real plane?
I have done, but only for like fun flying lesson, not in reality. I don't really fly in reality, no, which is sad. But I know that because of how accurate all this is in this cockpit, I know that I could get into a Spitfire LF Mark 9, start it, and I would have the knowledge to be able to taxi and take off as I've just done, because it's that real, it's that close. Oh, the tanks on the rig are shooting at me. Shall I give them a bit of aggro back? Oh, they're hitting me.
No, I just like watching.
Well, that's great. That's especially great for me because you like flying. I like flying. You like watching. That makes a good setup. Oh, I actually got one of those tanks. That's good because they can take a lot more punishment. But I have taken damage, so I'm gonna try and keep out the way of those tank tracers and make my way back and land and get refueled. And I think, yeah, look at the wings, they're a bit peppered.
Damn. This station balling out.
I should get repaired, really.
So what?
This station is balling out.
What station?
The one I'm in. Pretty cool.
When will you be streaming on Flight Simulator 2020 again?
I got a whole ass mid
I don't know. I mean, I could try it soon, but it it wants a lot of processing power from the graphics card, and my graphics card is okay, even for DCS it's okay, but
F-16s and stuff.
for 2020 it wants more. So I'm going to be getting a graphics card that will, according to the what I'm reading, the difference between what I have and what I'll be getting, the difference will be, as they put it, massive.
To see what they think of me.
I have to open my cockpit,
Ooh.
and I have to set my prop pitch fully fine, which is fully forward, and that's that lever. If you look at the inset picture,
Looks like it.
that's that lever over there. You probably heard the engine change, and you see the revs went up. I'm coming round onto finals from the west. There's a slight wobble. Can you see that slight wobble as you look at the edge of the cockpit? And that's because they've obviously hit my engine. The engine is a bit out of balance, so it's vibrating a bit.
You've been,
I'm going to put my gear down.
Going to the stuff. You've been going to the stuff over to the west.
I have, yeah, and I just realised I've been talking on both streams. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Gear down.
Well, Lex, if you could get your thing into a decent hover,
Yeah.
And flaps down.
see how your convoy is looking from your point of
Yeah.
view. For me,
Actually-
this looks awesome.
All I'm trying to do is get my nose down on the ground. That's it. Whoa, blimey. Now I can come over and spectate you. Oh wow.
Okay, so we're down. As you see, being down isn't, getting your wheels down is not the answer. You're not
Okay, I made
finished.
a mistake with the MiG-25.
Does anyone need me to get out of the way off the runway because I want to repair? I'll move over if someone's needs a runway.
No, it should be good.
Okay.
No, I need that run with Bill. He might as well just leave. In fact, I need the whole life airfield. Just leave the airfield.
Who's in the MiG-25? Anyone?
MiG-25? Foxman?
I was
that's
in
the
a
game.
F-15. I wasn't in a MiG-25.
Okay, well I've made a mistake somewhere then because there's a random MiG-25 flying around.
I'm definitely for a minute.
That's
Just
Right, so you'll notice also top right there's a menu now. I use voice attack, so I speak into my mic and I say comms, and it brings up this menu which I've told it to do. So now I can go to the ground crew, I can click it, or I can say F8 or whatever, and it'll take me to ground crew, and then I can get reloaded and or repaired.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
And I have to cut the engine to get repaired, because for some reason they don't want to work on an engine that's spinning. So I've got to cut the engine. I'll do that by turning off the mixture just there. Okay, so now I should be able to ask for repair.
Copy.
Okay, so he said copy. That means he accepts it, and then they're going to repair the aircraft. That takes a little while and can only happen after the aircraft has been refueled and rearmed.
Rearming complete.
It's been rearmed. Okay, I think it's already been refueled, so we should get a countdown. Yes, top of the screen at the right there. Wait 170 seconds for repair. So let's jump out and take a look. I notice the flaps down, so I'll show the flaps, which are more like air brakes on a Spitfire. Just look at those. Right, I'll put the flaps up. Jump back in. And get set up ready for takeoff. And to do that I need to set my nose down setting to 1/3 of a division nose down. It's currently 1 division nose up for flight. I want it 1/3 of a division nose down for takeoff. Okay, so I've got my nose down set. The rudder trim has already been done. We set that so that the double D of rudder is roughly at the top there. Down, if you look down on the left, the double D of the word rudder is set to pretty much the top, and that puts it about the right place. And we can trim that a bit more finely once we're in the air. I can't take off yet because they're mending it. When they want to actually repair the aircraft lifts off the ground as if it's on jacks, being jacked up, and then they repair. The wings are rather peppered from those tanks on the bridge. I might go back and give them some more grief because they've given me some, haven't they? 40 seconds. Someone just stopped their engine, don't know who that was. So that's me, just there. And I was probably hearing Laxor in that chopper there. So he's an MI-24P. And that is undead. He's flying an A10A. I think while it's repairing, I'm going to take a very swift comfort break, and I will be back very, very soon. Oh, it's kicked me out. Okay. In that case, I would just, I'm back now, and then I'll take a comfort break. I'll wait for it to reload.
This server that isn't privately maintained.
I just got
a license to print money.
I just got kicked. Is that right?
So
How much you paying Rock? How much you paying Rock?
Not much. It must be said. I chuck him a little bit of cash every now and again when I've got a float.
Sure, he's on now with Sharp Big still.
I make a transfer.
Why
every
won't
now and
you
again.
let me connect? Right here. It's right here. Picking new shit. Maybe I just need a. Oh, fuck. Maybe it's just. Oh, maybe it's just not allowed in safe zone. I forget I can just remote control this ship.
I like to let it get itself ready, because it's still my activity light on my computer is running while it's loading stuff in. So I'm going to very briefly nip away from keyboard, back extremely soon.
Well done, sheep. Well done.
Just one more station to go to, I think.
So, Lax, obviously with your thing, I know on the top left, that's your throttle and everything.
Yeah.
But what's on the right? What's that HKTV thing? Or don't you know?
I don't know what they mean. I assume it's Russian HK. So H is my yaw, I think. K is my roll. One of them is going to be my pitch, and the other one is going to be my altitude.
So that's more your telemetry, and then the one on the left's more your stick placement and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your patience. I will start the aircraft. I'll mute myself while I'm talking about this. I'll deafen myself rather on Discord so that we don't get the other sounds. Deafening again briefly. Okay, I'm assuming that it's Jamie that's particularly interested at the moment. So Jamie, would you like me to talk through what I'm doing to start the aircraft? As I said, if you can start this aircraft in DCS, you can start it for real, an actual LF Mark 9 spit. Just let me know if you'd like me to talk through. So that's the chopper that you can hear. And there he is. So, Jamie, do you want me to talk through or just go? Okay, well, maybe Jamie's gone. Either way, there's not been a yes please or whatever to talk through, so I'll just do it without talking through it. Oh dear. The helicopter sunk.
My helicopter sank.
A helicopter sunk. I think it was probably yours. Sunk into the ground. As you spawned out, it just sunk into the ground.
Yeah.
I think I might give the 190 a little go.
Yeah.
Black 4.
Yeah.
Can we drop Iron Sheep from the Discord call? Like, you need to rejoin. It's just there's like 17 people in here. Think about your server bandwidth, Flexor.
And only 2 people are talking.
Bill, say something.
Something.
Yeah, I got you. Now there's 3 people talking.
Encourages control.
Oh no.
Any tips for taking off in a 190?
Pray. A lot.
I'll try that.
Have you also got the one where you need to sort of pull back on the stick to lock the rear wheel?
I don't know. I suspect that it's a tail dragger, so probably it's the best idea just to keep the tail on the ground until you want it to lift up.
So I know with the A8, you basically hold it back.
That's what
while
I've
it's
got.
going,
Yeah.
and then when you get to about between 150 200 on the dial, then you can basically just center the joystick, and the plane should eventually start lifting whenever it's happy.
Okay. I have taken off once in it, but it wasn't good. I'll give it a shot. 150 200, that sort of time.
About 150 200, then you
Yeah.
can sort of level out your joystick, and then it should
Okay.
sort of you'll know when it wants to lift, basically.
Okay. You might have to listen for the bang. I'm going to shut up and concentrate and see if I can do it.
Still not working. Mike!
Right. What's the matter?
Airborne.
I tone.
My gear's not coming out. Oh, come on. I felt sure I'd mapped that. Well, this is going to be no good. Flying my gear down.
Well, it's just set up ready for landing.
Say again?
Well, it's just set up ready for landing.
Well, yeah. Without a shot, I can't imagine it being that successful. Bad enough in a spit. I'm way too fast to land, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to make it, I think, whatever I do. I've got to work out, I've got to sort this gear not coming out. Yeah, broke it. Let's see if I've got anything. I'm sure I've got something mapped for my gear. I'm sure of it. I have got it mapped, it's just not responding to it. Do I have to do something before it lets me put the gear up?
There's not a gear lock, is there?
I don't know. Can't see it, there's too much grass in the way of the control panel. Okay, I'll go up again. There is a landing gear retraction lock.
Right.
I think it's because if you hear that button on the ground it will collapse, whereas other aircraft, when it's sitting on its wheels, not all of them, when it's sitting on its wheels, the weight of the aircraft pushes in a pin so the gear can't retract under those circumstances. Right, so I've unlocked it. I'll leave that unlocked and see what happens this time, if I can get out.
Laxor?
Hmm.
You have a bit of a problem now.
In what way?
You've now got a heavy wingman.
A heavy
The safest thing to do is to basically follow COVID protocols with helicopters. I cannot confirm or deny any movements I make.
Okay.
I'm also not held responsible for any damages caused to any property or other planes.
Oh, my view's gone silly, and I can't get it back. I don't know how to get it back.
Has it
I might as well just
downloaded?
restart.
That's the question.
Yeah,
Are you in?
done. I'm busy loading into the server now. It's
Okay.
downloaded, everything's sorted. Because basically my Huey finished yesterday, so I thought, okay, I'll
Right,
swap
okay.
Hilo for Hilo. Ooh, KA50. I'm
It's
guessing
stuck.
the static FARP 1.3 is Mosdoc.
Yes.
I
She
love
found
it.
your copy.
I love the names. KA2, KA2, KA3 big, KA4 big.
Yeah, it's because it's got big rockets, big missiles on the side of the big ones, but you only get two of them.
Aha. Ooh. Okay, first of all, I need to make sure my
Sounds like
controller...
Sheep is going to farm out his old machine.
Ooh, okay.
I've got that thing where the view's like stepped 4 feet back from the seat, and I can't get out of it. I don't know how to get out of it.
Isn't that just a Chuck AR thing? So she resent her.
I'll try it. Yeah, I'll give that a try. No, it doesn't
That was
back it
to
up.
zoom level. So if you got a reset zoom,
Yeah, I've got a button for zoom normal. It does it briefly, and I hold that button, but then it puts it back again. And it's been working fine. I just did something. I fluffed a button somewhere. So I don't know what's caused it now. But I came out of the aircraft, selected a different aircraft, and it's still got that view. Which is a ridiculous view. I can't see why anyone would want to fly like that. Try jumping in a spit again and see if that cures it. I've got a feeling it won't though.
did you see any of the screenshots that I put up from flying last night?
I didn't.
So, yeah, alright. Warhawk was flying with us, so it was Jack Seed and myself in KA-50s, and Warhawk in an F-16. And he was holding... oh, it must have been about 200 knots.
Yeah.
So flying parallel, and
Yeah.
incredibly close.
Dude, you loud. Like, literally, you were speaking and I could not hear a word you were saying. Close the door, perfectly fine.
Good grief. I went to a spit, everything was fine, come back to the 190 and the view's all silly again.
Hmm.
I'm going to give up with the 190.
Alright, Lexi, so how do I do this thing?
Okay, right knee,
Right.
Ajax, baby.
Bearing in mind that
Yes.
everything's in Russian for me.
Ah.
It's fine.
Can
I'll
change
figure
that.
it out. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so left knee, right knee, sorry.
Right knee.
Uh,
Yes.
You got 3 covered switches closest to the front dashboard.
I think I see them. The battery and DC power.
Yeah, so there's 2 batteries, battery 1 and
Yep.
2. So throw both of those.
Both batteries.
Yeah.
Alright. And DC power as well.
No, you can leave that off.
Oh, okay. Alright.
That's effectively
They
ground
are-
power, I think.
Alright, they're up.
Then you want to move. Hang on, let me just set it down. Okay. Right, so coming. That's your power. So you got a monitor on your right knee.
Yep.
With a small silver switch just to the left of it. Flick that and it'll fire up your Abris.
Yep, got it done. Oh, starting BIOS.
Then we're going to come back to the right panel.
Okay.
Working from the batteries,
Right.
you've got a block in white line and then a second block.
Yes.
You need to switch the first 2 switches of the second block.
The fuel tank.
Fuel pump forward and aft.
Yep, done.
Okay, and then the last switch in that same block, fuel quantity. No, fuel quality, I think it is. So the switch next to the next set of covered switches.
Okay, I got it. Alright. Cool.
And because we're going to be doing it all anyway, we don't worry about super special startup procedures. So the next 3 switches, flick the covers up and turn them on. So it's the fuel shut-offs and the APU fuel shut-off.
Up. All 3 of them up.
Yep.
Roger. Alright.
Okay, so there's some stuff we can probably skip over. If you go back to the back of your right leg, you've got
Right.
two sets of switches in white, inside a white border. One set is covered, the other set is bare.
One moment. Behind my right leg, only.
Yeah, sort of like your right backside.
I think I see it.
It's going to be
What?
your left hand and right hand engine electronic governor.
One moment. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was looking completely wrong place. Okay, left and right. Cool.
Yeah. So flick both those covers up and then turn the switch on. to the
Yep,
up position.
done.
You're going onto the back panel.
Mm-hmm.
You have a plate of a couple of dials and covered switches. So the first one you want to do is the Ekran hydraulic trans power, which is a covered switch and it is currently up, and you need to flick the switch down. It's probably it's very difficult
Is
to...
Is that the one that's sort of very far right of the panel?
Yeah.
But like top right?
Yeah, that's one.
Okay. Okay, must that be down?
Yes.
Alright, down.
and then you can flick the cover down.
Yep.
Now I don't know how much of this is in English in the Russian cockpit, but there's if you go up to the next set of covered switches, you've got 3 covered switches. One is a UV26.
Yes.
So, and if you mouse over, it says CMD power. So if you lift that cover, put the switch up, and then throw the cover down again, the cover will sit slightly proud.
Just the power?
It's the CMD power, yes, because the other one is a test, you never use that one.
Okay.
There's an uncovered switch on the left hand of that same block. Flick that up.
Okay.
And then immediately above that switch, you've got a bank of 3.
Yes.
And that sit next to a like an illuminated button.
Yes.
Okay, so the switches to the left of the illuminated button, switch the first 2 on, up.
So the furthest left, or so the middle one, and then which one? Furthest left or furthest right?
Right.
Right. Okay, so the INU keeps the switch and power.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we're done with that. Got the governor switched on. There are lights and stuff, but we can probably forego that for the time being if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start powering something up. So on your left knee, there is a silver button inside a white and red target circle.
Yes.
That's your APU shut off, but it's a good reference point. If you go 2 buttons to the left of that, you've got a start. And that will start up your APU.
Okay, so once I click that?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Now on your left thigh, you've got a gauge that reads 0 to 9. It's quite a big gauge. It's on like the wall of the door, just below the door.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if the APU, that's your APU temperature, so sitting at around the 6 mark, you're clear to start. Okay, so, right. Just in front of that gauge, you got 2 red levers and a black lever.
Yes.
Red levers need to come up into the forward position. The black lever needs to go down.
Okay, done.
So your APU is started. Right, so if you, again, use the APU power switch as a reference point, the APU shut off, sorry. If you go down from there, you've got a multi-position switch that is currently middle left. If you single left click it, that'll put it into the left hand engine mode.
Right.
And then click the start button again, and that'll start your left engine.
The one that's far left of the stop APU button?
Yeah.
Alright.
Then you should start seeing your rotors go around.
I've clicked it. I hear something.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Right, now what you want to keep an eye on is a gauge on the right hand side. Near the battery switches that have got a red, a bit of red outline around part of it.
Yep.
You got 2 needles in there, 1 and 2. The number 1 needle should be working its way round to the 8 position. It's probably at about 5 or 6 at the moment.
No, it's just past 8.
Okay. Okay, now, actually I forgot to mention something, but it's fine. So if you look back onto your left knee with the APU and the engine starts, is there anything illuminated in green? There shouldn't be, I think, at this point.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay, so on that multi-select switch, if you give another single left click, it will go over to the right for the right-hand engine.
Yep.
And then click your start button, and then this time keep looking at that same area, and you'll see a little black lamp with some illuminated text on it light up.
Yes.
Okay, so whilst that text is illuminated, you can't start the other engine. When the text has gone out, that means you're good to go on to your next thing.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Left thigh, top panel.
Left.
You've got 4 red circles. A covered switch. This is going from left, from the front of the helicopter to the back of the helicopter. So two red circles with buttons in, followed by another 2 red circles, followed by a covered switch, which is horizontally aligned, and then another covered switch which is vertically aligned.
Yeah. Yes. Where's this? On that?
On your right hand side.
Right hand side. I think I see it.
The red covers should be very apparent. So it's just under the window.
Right, the circle one?
Yeah, so that just using those as a reference point because they're highly visible. You want the second covered switch working towards the back of the aircraft.
The one that you sort of switch up and down, not left and right.
That's right, yeah. Make that in the fully up position. That is your fire extinguisher control.
Right, whilst you're continuing with that, I've broken enough airplanes now that I'm allowed to go to bed. So I probably won't. There'll be other stuff I've got to do. But yeah, I'm going to fold now. Catch you on the next occasion.
Okay.
Take care, all. TTFN.
Yeah, take care.
Cheers, Bill.
Okay, for my viewer, as you just heard, I'm going to fold now, so I'm going to stop the stream. Thanks for being there. Catch you again next time. Take care. TTF.